Okay, Donnie, you just start the show and let's just do this.
It is time for the WAP Triple Threat to return, brother. Like we're coming from the Tampa Adventure Dome before Pinball at the Beach. It's We Are Pinball. We are Jenga's Kaneda Don currently. Let's get into a gentleman pinball.
Yes.
2026.
For life.
What's happening?
Number 52.
Catch them all. Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, baby. Who got the
Pokemon
invitation?
Yeah. Apparently sharing the invitation was in bad taste. I read on Pinside.
Oh,
why?
God.
What's wrong with these people?
I'm always afraid of being in bad taste, man.
Who cares? It's like, hey, come to Stern. We're going to give you free lunch and free dinner, but you have to pay for your flights. Not going. Are you going, Don?
I'm not. So like I had blocked off some time so I can go to this Pinball at the Beach thing. So I have to go like right to work afterwards. And so like I'm gonna have to miss it.
Yeah.
What? They're all going to be at the beach, right?
All gonna be at
A
the
lot of pinball content creators are going to be there. The game is done.
Yeah.
Why can't they just ship it?
That makes sense. And we were gonna have to sign NDAs anyway, per the whatever, because the licensing deal isn't done for merchandising or whatever or marketing. So yeah, why not have it in a back room and be like, guys, you got your NDAs? Okay, Gomez is back there. Go give yourself 20 minutes with it. Get some content, and when we drop it, you guys can then go live and talk about it, which is what we want to do.
This whole licensor approval is like, I hate that those two words are what Stern hides behind that with everything now.
It says so on the mail also. It says, come in, media, early access. And they mentioned that, they are still holding back with some licensor approvals.
No.
So that's why they can't show that.
How about someone just gets all the approvals necessary before they start any of the marketing release of a game? Can they do that once?
That's a good idea.
This is my question. Like with the design and everything, like are they getting these deals locked up like a year ahead of time so they're ready to go at launch, or are they doing like just-in-time licensing, like just-in-time manufacturing, just-in-time parts?
I think it's the code. I think that's what it is. They're like,
What's
they
on the
haven't
screen?
seen the final code yet, so they're adding that stuff in. But again, games should be more along than it usually is at launch.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Do we have this kind of thing from other companies at game launch?
Well, it's hard to tell because I'm sure Dune was probably in this situation, and then for purposes, let's just go ahead and launch a little early. It was a great window to launch, but the code's not there, but maybe people will forgive us.
Yeah.
So I think we see kind of this thing.
Was that a good idea?
No. And they had licensor approval waiting for it on the screen, right?
On the screen,
For 6 months or something.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
But they were able to drop it just before Kong. But did that help Dune coming out just before Kong? Because if you came out a couple months after, I think it would have done just as good. Plus, it would have had more code to show.
Yeah, but let me ask you guys a question. If Back to the Future came out with early code that said waiting for licensor approval, they'll sell out. It was still Dune. That was the issue. It wasn't like, we were waiting to get more of it. I think people just didn't really want Dune that badly.
How solid is the rumor with 88 Super Elite editions of Back to the Future?
I've given up a lot of hope for that game, to be honest.
What? You are the biggest that game.
No, because I looked at how Alice rolled out.
Oh.
How are they going to handle Back to the Future? They can't even make 350 games a year.
I think you already said it when you said, if Back to the Future comes out, just stop right there.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Because Roz is the bridge to Back to the Future, right? And after everyone's seen what happened with Alice, are people going to go in on Raza to float that company? But I do hear they have some rich investors. So who knows? When you have a super wealthy investor, I guess you can play by upside down economics and still survive.
Aren't we just done with these pay us some deposits? I mean, I'm just so over all of that. The only time it's okay is, for example, a company has been doing games for 10 years like Spooky, and they say, this is December, give us some money, and January or February, 2 months, we will ship the games. Then it's okay. Everything else, I want to say, don't support it.
Yeah, Dutch doesn't have a history of meeting deadlines for sure.
They don't have a history of meeting decades when it comes to like their launches.
I've heard some guys are getting their games, but without the toppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vendor apparently went out of business. Then they tried to find a new vendor. Then the old vendor started making them again. Then I think he went out of business again. Apparently, it doesn't keep you in business making Chester Cat toppers. Who knew? Who knew?
And a lot of people are, they want their money back. It's not just 1 and 2. It is a lot of guys that want.
How many did you hear? Because I went to the source, Melvin.
I heard 35 thrown around.
Yeah, I heard around 50.
Right. Well, the other thing that's interesting is they're going to make all 500. So there's going to be a decent amount unsold as inventory that they're just going to make.
Aren't you surprised that it didn't help with the, keep Alice so you can get Back to the Future? Did they say Back to the Future or did they say next game?
Our next, I don't know, game, but not Raza.
Oh God, can you imagine? Yeah, keep this. You can get a Raza.
They should. Yeah, that's gonna be the next move.
How is the topper for Raza? Is that still those amplified bulbs up there?
No. It's characters from the game. It's pretty cool. I've seen Raza. It's cool, but I worry about Steve Bowden's code, and it's just the same game. Some mechanical fixes here and there. It's beautiful. And I think at 333, what do you think? Do you think they sell 333?
Price?
No, number.
I would say it's going to be 13.5 to 15.
Forget about it.
Like, listen, the only way I would even entertain it is if I'm somewhere and it's in a box in front of me with a price tag on it, and I can just put it in the truck.
You're not going to wait. Yeah. That's the thing. People are not going to wait. Like they might as well make all 333.
And I don't know the final price. I don't know what the tariff's going to be. I don't know what the shipping's going to be. Is it going to come with the topper, or am I going to get the game once the topper vendor goes out of business, and then I'm going to have to wait, and then other people who are getting it after me are going to get it, but then I'm still not going to get it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what companies right now make you wait the longest? So Winchester, I keep bringing this up, revealed in October. Is it on the line? I'm still confused by what these production samples. What is a production sample?
So the way that they explained it very kindly to me was like a prototype is something that it's like a 1-of-1 build each time, and you're using parts that you've created, whereas the production sample is made with the sculpts that finally came in from China that are going to be going in the production line. But they're still built, not like, everybody's got a 15-minute workstation and it's going down the line. Like it's not a line produced one, but it's like cobbled together by the engineers using the actual production parts, which I didn't know was even a difference, but apparently it is. So I stand corrected.
Okay. But you have
not shipping yet? Still no games in the US?
There's a few. They've made like 8 or 10. You just don't see weekly unboxings yet.
What I am starting to see though is like people are actually getting it somewhere and setting it up, which is always good to see. And it's the more of that, once we see that as a pretty steady clip, then I think we could be assured that the line is now functioning.
But it's weird that they send a game that's sold out to locations to do what? You can't take another single order. Who cares?
Like, the idea of like running 200 Stern Pros and getting them on location first, so just people can play the game and then come and order it makes sense. But when it's boutique and like 500, who cares if someone's arcade gets it first?
Yeah.
That's the same as next week at Pinball at the Beach. Spooky Pinball is going to come with like 10, 12 Beetlejuices. I'm going to ask you, why? Why?
I'll tell you why.
Tell me why, Mr. Spooky.
Those were sold 30 minutes after the game launched, and people agreed to like get a show game if they get their game early. So the folks down in Florida waiting for their game said, you know what? Yeah, play my game at the show. That means I get my game now and not in 8 months.
Oh, that's smart. That's nice.
Plus, it gives plenty of people an opportunity to go down there and really like play the heck out of the game because you're going to have 10 of them.
They're not going to turn the games off, right? When they get sold, they're already sold.
Like this isn't, somebody like Great American Pinball did those makeovers of Evil Deads at Expo, and then as they sold for 16, they were turned off. These are pre-sold; they're there for the show.
Okay. So these games are the numbered games. Then These are not the show games.
My rank isn't high enough to be able
They
to answer
have
that.
to wait. They got to be show games. It's a show.
No, these are games already sold out, and the buyers can get them early just after the show. These must be the numbered games.
There's when they released the 80 show games, they told dealers and distros, we have a few extra, but you got to bring them to the show. These are going to go to the show. You can sell them to a customer, but they're going to be set up at Pinball at the Beach, at TPF, at Expo, whatever it is. But you get them after the show. That's supposed to be what a show game is meant to do. If it doesn't go to a show, it's so I think it's going to be I don't think they're going to be one of the 999. I think they're going to be one of the 80 show games labeled as such.
I'll tell you this weekend for sure.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know.
Sure. Let's get an update. I mean, if I was Spooky, okay, I didn't know these 10, 12 games were sold already. I thought these were show games. And what was it last year when they did the Evil Dead where it got some blood on the armor and sold for like 18,000? What was that? It was a company they used, right?
Yeah, it's a distributor, Great American Pinball, that did that.
Yes,
some of
they should do exactly the same. Just take 12 games there, put some more blood on it or whatever they want to do, and look at the market. They go for 20 and sell them for 18,000. Bam! Get Spooky some money, man. They're doing the hard work.
So I saw on Pinside a dude who's trying to flip a Beetlejuice recently, and he had to pay $35. You know this? You have to pay $35 to Robin to list a game for sale. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
And then Robin took down the listing. Doesn't want people to even have the ability to scalp. A few sold, but that's crazy. Now the guy can't get his $35 back. How much do you think the market value, gentlemen, is today on
20.
a Beetlejuice? 20. Wow. Okay.
20. Yeah. 20. If you see them for sale anywhere. That's why I think Spooky should do this. Donnie, take this idea, take some extra show games, whatever, put them out on auction or whatever. Just say, auction them off. The show games.
Walk over there right now and tell these
at
guys
a show.
they have to do even more work before the show. There's no amount of money you could offer them to do that.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. I got to talk to Luke. I was supposed to talk to him last night, but I had too much sake. Because they don't want to make anybody upset, right? Spooky really wants to make sure everyone gets a fair shot. They're happy, but they have themselves in a good predicament, which is how do we handle moving forward who gets access to a game? Because right now, like their fan club membership was what, like $30 or $50 to get. They could charge, because if you look at the scalp price, like they want to try to figure something out where they can reward loyal Spooky customers or create some sort of way to remove the anxiety that you're not going to be able to get their next, game. But how do you do it? Like what would you guys do? I mean, do you charge people a little bit more? Do you reward people who bought your previous titles? Because I don't think anyone would complain with that you get to the front of the line if you've been a long time Spooky buyer.
I think if you go anywhere today, you can usually purchase some sort of premium to be able to skip a line, whether it's at a concert, whether it's at a theme park. It's usually prohibitively expensive for most people. They wouldn't think it's even worth it. And that allows there to be a little bit of capacity built at that high end. So what do they do? Do they say, okay, for 1 week early, if you pay this premium, you can walk in and just boutique, pick up your game. You'll get a number, or maybe you get something exclusive with it. And then you're locked in. And then everybody else can just fight on the phones on Thursday when it goes up.
Yeah.
Do they do something like that?
If they offered, let's just say 100 Spooky VIP passes, which, is basically like a fast pass to the front of the line, you get the first 100 games made of our next title, they could easily charge a few $1,000s for that. And it would sell out instantly. And it's no work whatsoever other than access to, absolutely people would pay for that access.
It's my only issue. My actually only issue is this is very isolated. We don't see other games, other companies selling a game for, let's say, 10K and it's worth 20K, right? In the secondary market. So my issue with all of this is they do the research, they build, they do everything at Spooky. and then one scalper just gets it and sells it to the double price. That's why I'm saying get some show games out there, put them out on auction, and let all the money go into the pockets of the guys at Spooky. They deserve it. They deserve it.
No, you got to be careful there. And I know they're very happy seeing the great value they're passing on to their customers because look, Stern is basically already doing the scalping and baking that scalping price into all their LEs now at 13,000. Look how well that's worked out for them. And I think Spooky's in a great position there. They're going to raise the price just a little bit, but if I'm them, it's a win-win-win. They're the only company right now where everybody's winning.
Did you say raise the price? Spooky?
They're gonna look what he said. They're gonna raise it a little bit, not a lot.
Who?
Spooky. He already said it. But like $500 or something, not like $3,000,
How about Stern? Because I'm gonna ask you guys, what's your prediction for 2026? How much of a price decrease will Stern do this year?
0.
That's my question.
I'll tell you right now.
It's written right here on my blank piece of paper. How much price decrease?
Same number of new subscribers This Week in Pinball is going to get. 0.
Oh, topical. Now, I don't think people would be. I mean, everybody's going to be upset if the price goes up, but like the level of rage for Spooky going up $500 versus Stern going up $500, I think Stern would absolutely be feeling the rage if they tried to do that right now with what they've been offering. If they come out with a couple of bangers, though, I think that the dynamics can shift a bit.
I hear the bangers are coming, and I hear it's not Pokemon, but I hear it's the next two after. And this is from a skeptic within the organization, if you will. So yeah,
but why is it not Pokemon? First of all, amazing theme. Second of all, Jack Danger plus George Gomez. It's a great mix.
I'm hearing it's barely Danger.
Yeah, Jack had initial thoughts. Jack had an ambitious design. I think it's mostly Gomez.
But Gomez was at some interview and he said he just did some tidbits, adjustments. That's it.
Yeah, just
so this confuses
remove this, remove this, remove this, and remove this, and we're good. And we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
The 4 main.
Okay, now I understand what you guys mean. Okay.
Can you imagine if we get a Transformers with like transforming play fields, like Optimus Prime is transforming in Mechanism, Megatron is back there transforming. We got Bumblebee.
They need a huge base in the back, right? Like Metroplex or Omega Supreme or one of them. Unicron, maybe. I hope they do the movie. It's going to be G1 though.
It needs to have some sort of transformation, RAM transformation, something. Call it diverters, but it has to do something big.
Venom 2.0.
I just feel like, but Stern's they always end up just being a Stern. And we get so high hopes for what could be in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it blows us away, but I'm curbing my enthusiasm. I love the property Transformers, but I heard it.
Do you guys think that they're smart enough to do, this is Pokemon, this is collecting these small Pokemons. Do you think they will do something with the Insider Connected? When you go to the west side of the country, you can collect these Pokemons. You can go to the east side, you can collect Bulbasaur and all that.
Yeah, probably.
I hope they do something smart like that. I mean,
we're regionally each, you could try. So there's like a meta game going on in the US, like as you travel around, you can do things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to do that, but maybe like each public location can have a unique identifier. So at least if you're just traveling around locations in your area, I think that would work.
I played Pokemon Go when my son was young, and we mixed on a Facebook group, and we mixed with these Pokemon Go collectors. Those guys are crazy. They travel all over the place. There were some special Pokemons only in Japan. They flew to Japan just to collect those They didn't care about the culture, nothing. To collect Pokemons. So if they do this, but it's true, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, but are people still playing Pokemon Go?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People are
not like back then.
There's not a tremendous crossover between the Pokemon fan base and the pinball fan base. I mean, it's there, but it's not as big.
Do you know anyone from your friends, anyone that collects?
But we're older. Pokemon. I said it the other day. It's like the blue sky. It's just omnipresent in culture. It's everywhere. I don't dislike it. You know, I don't have like an aversion to it, but I'm not like actively engaged with it.
I just spoke with Zach Sharp. Thanked him for the invitation, of course. Thank you, Zach. Stern is listening to this show. That's cool. The thing is, I got promised that I will get the early edition so I can unbox it. And we're going to put it out on a location and see how it goes, and we will put it out at the window so people that just walks by it on a mall, kids will say, oh, Pokemon! And then we'll jump in and put in some money and get some. I think on a location, this is going to be amazing. Don't you guys think? Don't you have a little bit of hype in you?
Jenkins, you got to get a cardboard Pikachu cutout and put it out there just to grab people's attention. And say, with like brand new arrows pointing at it. And I think, if any game was going to have curb appeal, I think this is a great theme for that, for like normal folks and such. But
when people
set the collector world on fire.
Yeah, when people always say like it'll do great on location, it's always like what you say when you know you're not going to buy it for your home.
Yes.
Like it'll crush on location.
None of my Godfather plays were in my home. People played a lot of John Wick on location. They weren't playing at the home.
Well, and you tend to play stuff on location and seek it out when you know you're not going to buy it because you're still curious about it and you love pinball. So I want to hop on it. Like I'd play Barbecue Challenge if I saw it out just to see how bad it really is. I put $1 or $2 in it.
Barbecue.
Don has played it.
Oh, I played the hell out of some barbecue, yeah. But not in the house. No barbecue in the house. You'll asphyxiate because your wife will hold a pillow over your face.
Talking about barbecue, let's switch over to American Pinball. Yeah. So they got a new owner, a guy called Brian, and I don't remember the rest. Do you guys know?
Ronald.
Brian Ronald. Congratulations, buddy. Beautiful stuff. So he has been out doing some interviews. As I understand, he wants to start building more, was it Razas and Oktoberfests?
No, not Raza. Oktoberfest.
Okay, Oktoberfest. Yeah. I don't know if you want to. Yeah. And he wants to do some code update for Oktoberfest. Oh, I meant GTA. Sorry. And he also wants to build, by the end of this year, 2 Bella Williams games.
Bally Classics. Didn't they say something like Bally Classics or something, which is like
how do you understand it? Is it classic like Adam Classic?
I think it's that period, like Paragon.
No. Don, how do you get it? Do you think DMD or older?
When I heard him say that, my mind went to they're making Bally Williams games. They're going to make Twilight Zone. They're going to make Addams Family. They're going to make Hell yeah. But then with this Bally Classics, I'm less enthusiastic. I saw Haggis was building Fathom, and even when that was supposed to come out, I still wasn't impressed. Centaur, I was like, it's kind of a cool game. Maybe turn it into a coffee table or something. But like, I don't know that I would pay pay new money for it. I see the idea. Like this guy can walk in, and of course, if they don't have like a game that's coded and designed and ready to go, you can go to the layouts and everything for these Bally games is already done. It's just a matter of getting the license, getting the parts, and then putting it together and putting it out. You can kind of turn and burn on those projects. And maybe that would give the line something to level up on while they're working on, hopefully, He-Man or something cool. So like those were my initial thoughts on it. I don't have a confirmation of this.
But surely they've seen other companies try this approach and it hasn't really worked. And this is what makes me worried about the new management is you're coming out of the gate and you want people to look at American Pinball as a new chapter. And we're moving forward. And then all you're doing is making moves where you're looking back instantly. And I just think it's like it's not a great way forward. I think they should stop talking about the old titles. Those were not successful. And these remakes, there's very limited demand. Look at Funhouse. They couldn't even sell 200 of those things.
And they have to look at the market prices. None of the old classics are selling for $10,000, $12,000. No. So it's something in me can't believe that they're going that long back on the catalog. It must be high in demand, $10,000 to $15,000 DMD classics from 91 to 98. It has to be.
Day one, if I'm Brian and Ron,
Yeah.
I buy Beetlejuice, I buy an Evil Dead, get a couple Stern hits. This is what we need to beat. This is it. This is the market. This is what is selling for $10,000. If we're gonna come out with a straight face and ask 12 for a Centaur remake or a Hot Wheels like Baron game, it's not gonna work. There's so much good pinball now that to re-enter the market at a mediocre level with a high price, I don't care how much billions you made making LED road signs, you're in pinball now. And this is what you need to make to succeed now. I mean, and I love it. The bar is high.
We haven't even heard any rumors about the Centaur lunchbox. Like, what are we actually getting when we buy this thing?
How about the jacket?
Yeah, where's Marty's helmet?
Marty's shoes, baby.
Damien, man, that guy.
Is Damien in jail?
No, he's now reinvented himself as an AI expert. I've Googled it. Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole like a couple days ago.
How could he escape jail?
It's the way they set up the LLCs. They bankrupt the LLC and they walk away without paying anyone back.
Oh, man. That's why no deposits, no nothing. But American Pinball is not known for deposits. I mean, we were distro for these guys.
There were no deposits to take.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I think they should just, they have some parts, stop building them. Just burn all the playfields. Just throw them out. Go with the new stuff. I think they should change the name.
Yeah.
Just change everything and start from, I don't know how much build.
Probably printed on so much stuff that they're just like, all right.
Yeah.
They changed the logo, right? It came out of nowhere. There's like a new logo, like the 15th different logo they've had.
Oh, yeah, but it's like AI.
Yeah, it's terrible.
What are we doing? So, I used to joke years ago when the rumors for American were for sale, like, what would you actually be buying if you bought American Pinball? Like the right to produce some Hot Wheels. Like what are you getting? Like just like the parts that are there. Like it didn't seem like there was, like built in, heavy valued assets and nostalgia and everything that you were getting. Like you're buying some 50s ice cream parlor and trying to open it up. Like I don't know. I'm not. Maybe he got like a sweetheart deal. Aimtron is like, look, whatever you're the only person offering anything. So have it. You pay me rent. Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
And they want to move, right? Talking about the rent.
Are they moving?
I just heard that they will maybe move from that location.
I wouldn't, because everything there is set up to like build. Like they've got the line, they've got all the rotisseries that were custom built and everything. It's all right there. And, there's enough of a labor pool there. The problem is that this guy can't manage this from Texas. I mean, this is something you've got to have your hands inside that factory every day or it'll just immediately go sideways.
I've heard he would move to Texas. Just a rumor, maybe.
I don't know.
Is it possible? Because he said, Q3, Q4, he will release a new game, right?
No.
And he will make code updates for Oktoberfest, code updates for GTF, and was it 1 or 2 Bella Williams games? All this by Q3, Q4. I hope everything happens as he says, but I hope. But you guys, you have been doing this for a long time now. We have heard stuff like this before. Yeah, and when we heard stuff like this before,
I feel like
the code what happened.
The code updates are going to just be them adding the song "Cotton Eye Joe" to every previous American Pinball game as the soundtrack. No, it's easy to say you're going to do this, right? And that's what's weird for him to throw out such aggressive timelines when you have never done it. It's not happening. Everyone knows that a good game's development cycle is closer to 18 months.
Yeah.
So how did you figure out how to do it in 6? You didn't. It's just easy to say it. Sounds good.
Maybe he has some designs ready, or maybe he has something ready.
What do you think? He-Man? Do you think they have He-Man? That's been the long-running rumor that AP.
No, I don't think he has He-Man because he said that for the upcoming 2-3 months, he will get license for the upcoming years. So I don't think they have no license
So
ready.
I know I was led to believe that, when Cuphead was pre-launched, that they had a couple of other titles that were like in active development to follow up that. Like that game was supposed to come out around or just after TPF, and then we were supposed to get another one then, by this time next year. So whatever that mystery other game was is still out there. That may be only 6 months out from being refined and finished potentially.
Okay.
And then they've had the opportunity to do He-Man for a while. I don't know if they couched it or if like somebody else bought the license rights too, so there might be some competition.
Yeah.
But it's floating out there. But if we get to late summer and I'm holding some pumpkin spice in my hand and we haven't seen anything from them like at all, then I've lost hope.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything before Expo from them. And I mean, what do you do? What's happening with Cuphead? Like, are they just not releasing it? It's done.
It's
Yeah,
done and gone.
So I don't know if the licensor got upset with them, lost faith, and just like pulled completely out of it. But the licensor had done a ton of work on this game. This game was going to be like the third sequel, so they did like original animations and everything, and sounds, and the art was all done by them. So like for them to sink all this work into it and walk away seems odd. I wonder if they're wanting to protect their brand, divorce themselves from AP, but keep this dream alive for somebody else to pick up.
Yeah, that is true. They probably, maybe they own it probably, the game, so they might be able to take it somewhere.
Yeah. And so I would love them to walk into somewhere that can build this thing because it wasn't the most impressive game I've ever seen. It wasn't like Pinside top 10 for life, but it was good. It
Yeah,
was good. It was fun. It was engaging. It's a little different. It shot
Fixed
well.
did a good job of lowering the bar.
Yeah.
So everything looks really
for
impressive.
sure their best game. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have like top 3 Bella Williams games that you want to pay 12,500 for if it got remade?
Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the only one.
Yeah, India, I want to pay that money for.
If you remade that game, would you open up just a little bit that shot to start the modes that is just so tight?
I would do something about the right ramp shot on the Indiana Jones, man. It's crazy shot. The right ramp.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. But do you think they will come with 2.0 codes also? Because they said reimagine or something.
And he doesn't really need it. Code's good in that game.
But those codes are like 30 years old, guys. When you compare them with today's games, I love Bella Williams DMD games, but
there hasn't been a 2.0 kit that really worked.
Yeah, and they keep coming out with another 1,000 run of Medieval Madness with no 2.0 code, and they immediately sell out.
Yeah.
Every time they do it.
Donnie, can you clean your camera?
Oh, sorry.
I cannot see your beautiful eyes.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think American Pinball really has a full strategy in place. And I think what they're trying to do is just learn how to manufacture by making some of the old stuff again. But again, there's so much exciting stuff. Sonic's going to crush.
Oh,
it's just, it's going to crush. It's from what I've been gathering, they are so excited. I keep hearing it's Steve's greatest game of all time. He's super excited, and he's just happy that he's making a game that's so universally kind of loved by generations. And it's like he says, like it's like his most adorable and cute game to date. We know Richie for like his hard rock and his like Black Knight, and it's here. We got this little cute little hedgehog. It's going to be going around loop-de-loops and circles and collecting coins and jumping. He said, I think they said it's going to be the fastest pinball game ever.
That's gotta be. It's Sonic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That ball's going to fire out and it.
But
in 5 seconds, it's going to win everybody over.
When will it come out, though? Because they're building Harry Potter's like crazy, huge success.
Yeah. When did Potter come out again? It was like March of last year, right? It was right around TPF, March, April, right? When Dune.
Must be around TPF.
It was right
got announced there.
TPF was when Jack said not $1 out of your pocket until you see this game.
Right.
It's an announcement.
So then it was like April. I think all of it dropped in April.
Yeah.
Like Dune, Kong, Potter. Right? It was all on top of each other.
Kong was around there also. Yeah.
Kong and Dune dropped the same weekend because I was at both places, like going nuts trying to fly around the country and cover all this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't drop a game with Elvis, Keith Elvin drop when he comes without the game, man. I mean, it's not a good idea.
Right now, Sonic is looking at more like June, July-ish, but who knows?
Do you guys know if they have 2 lines to build games at JJP?
So kind of June 5th, 2025 is when Harry Potter came out. So when they were doing Potter, they still had some orders for some avatars. So they had like, you know, if you've been to JJP, they have like this huge assembly area. There was like less than a quarter of it that was set aside for Avatar, so they could still put out a couple, you know, a week.
Oh,
but it wasn't like parallel construction or anything where they're like got 2 lines up and running. You know, Stern's got the capacity for potential like 3 if they staff the whole thing of like actual parallel lines of production.
They're just backlogged with Harry Potter's now thing. You know, some couple of months they will still be backlogged.
So
the game is selling still.
If they catch up with Potter and put that on like that Avatar assembly, so there's still some going out each week, then they can start producing something else. Yeah, and maybe they've reconfigured since I've been there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Chris, how much of the game have you seen? Can you give us some tidbits? You're good friends with
No,
the.
I'm honest. I'll be honest. I haven't seen anything on the play field, so I've just
haven't seen anything off the cabinet. Something.
I'm not supposed to talk about.
You're on WAP show, man.
I'll tell you this. It's there's going to be something very interesting on the. It's going to pop. You're not going to want to put this game in between games. I'll just say that. And it's really cool. And the art is exactly what you'd want from Sonic. It's not movie based. It's all the video game.
Yes. Is it like 16-bit art, or I mean, is it true to Sega art?
I think if you look at like the Sonic video game covers, the old, not the original like 8-bit. I think it was 16-bit was Sonic, wasn't he? Like
I think it came out in 8-bit, the Sega Master System, but it was popular on the next one.
He wasn't on
Sega Mega Drive.
It was 16. It was 16-bit, but there was an 8-bit that was made later, and it may have been like a fan thing. But
it was a conversion then. Okay.
Yeah. But what I love about when I talk to them about it is, you know, they really don't want to stop until they get everything they want into the game. And this is like same reason I love Spooky. You know, these certain companies, they don't want to take no, and you know, everything's negotiable. And I love that. And you know, and I think when you listen to Stern lately, it's like they don't go the extra mile to try to get everything in it. And as much as I keep saying they can't, if you can't do it, why can they do it? And I keep saying they can do it in Benton, Wisconsin, in a barn. They can make Beetlejuice this amazing. And why? And you know, for George to say nobody wanted to make Beetlejuice over at Stern, and then you look at what's in that game, and you look at the fanfare and the excitement, it is so embarrassing. They have so many people. They have hundreds of people.
Wasn't it Back to the Future? He said, "Was it?"
Yeah, they passed on that. They passed on. I don't know what Jody was smoking, you know, or what they were thinking was like what we wanted. But again, they got to a point where they stopped listening to the very people who buy their product. They legitimately brought in an agency. This is true story. They brought in an agency to try to figure out how to future-proof their business and sell more pinball to like Gen Z kids who can't even afford rent. And they focus grouped them, not us. Not the people out there. They just thought we would buy anything they put in a box. And, you know, it's caught up to them. It's caught up to them. And now, you know, look, let's talk about Fallout. Because I'm so curious. Because Pokemon, Transformers, yes, right on the demo. Fallout, do you think it's based on the Amazon show? Or is it going to be based on the video game?
Don, you start.
Probably video game, because when we've seen them come out with, you know, Marvel licenses, they go for comic book. So they have more control, a little bit lower cost, better margins, more freedom than you would if you had to go licensing actors and their representatives and all that. So I would think video game makes sense. You're playing a game. You know, the LCD screen can have like the heads up display from the game and show you all your stats and things as going. So that makes sense to me. Inventory systems and all that.
Yeah. I wonder like if more people's cultural connection to Fallout is happening through the TV show though than the game in current times. Because I do you guys play Fallout? I never really played it. I'm a
I
gamer,
played
but
it like I think the first one back in late 90s or something. I
yeah.
played Fallout back then, but nothing
I'll tell you how
since.
long ago it was that I played Fallout. I rented it from GameFly.
There you go.
Crazy.
But one of my friends said, you need to watch the new series with Fallout. And I was like, all right.
It's
So
good.
yeah, listen to this. So I put it on. It starts and it has got music from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, trumpet, ear bleeding music. Just, I couldn't. I stopped the show. I watched 15 minutes of that music. It ruins everything for me.
It's like some of the greatest music of all time is in that show. Like,
oh no, I couldn't. So I watched like 15 minutes. There was too much trumpet, 40s music for me, jazz.
Yeah, but that show's kind of got that like romantic, like 60s, 70s period, which led to like the nuclear.
Why is the music from the 30s then?
It's like this romantic period of American history or American culture. And it's sort of, because all that music is kind of got that like beauty and optimism about life mixed with the dichotomy of nuclear fallout. And I think that's, watching the world turn into something so ugly mixed with music that was so full of like hope and positive energy.
I mean, I love Keith Elwin games. I will probably buy it, but if it has got this trumpet noise, I won't play it.
I just wait for grown men to hear the Pokemon theme song and see what happens.
Oh, jeg drager ud på eventyr. Gotta catch them all. That's a great song.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love all that Japanese anime stuff. I love stuff like that, but I don't like.
Imagine like your wife sitting upstairs with her forehead in her palm, listening to you like rocking out with Pokemon downstairs, thinking like, I should have dated Trevor instead. How did I end up here?
I love it.
I'm worried that Stern's gonna like loop that song too, like to the point where like you can't take it anymore. The way they do the Star Wars theme song in the new game, it just keeps playing.
Like every time you hit start.
Yeah.
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah.
Seth is like, this is it. This is it, George. You take that scene in Margin Call. Like Seth is like, we need to sell like 10,000 of these. This is it.
I mean, oh shit! I'm sorry. It's me. Can you hear this?
Whoa, what happened to you? You're like talking in a toilet, dude.
There we go. Okay, sorry. Did you hear anything?
No.
Did you, Donnie?
No.
You got
you
muffled.
trying to play music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So you don't hear this?
No, it doesn't come through like that, dude.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I would love to listen to some Pokemon music. The Danish version could be awesome. Just modded out. I would love it. But yeah, let's talk about the upcoming games. I am not excited for Fallout. The other game is, in the game universe we're hearing about is Halo. Are you guys excited about that theme?
I mean, there's always potential. It's supposed to be Steve Ritchie's brother, Mark Ritchie.
Mark
Ritchie. But I guess originally with Pulp Fiction, he had this idea for a wide body game with upper play fields and all this stuff, and then got kiboshed, had to be 70s inspired. So now maybe there'll be something awesome. When will we see it? Who knows? It was supposed to be a TPF, but I haven't heard any of that chatter anymore. I put my name down on one just to have the option open because I have no idea.
Do you remember what happened last time you bought a CGC game? Like we did show 9 months later, you were still waiting.
Yeah, well, I had put down a deposit like months after the launch, though, for that Pulp Fiction. It eventually did come. It was all right, but yeah.
Well, I played Halo.
Mine. I made 2,000 on my Pulp spot.
Oh, congrats! Dude,
it was hot when it dropped. It was so hot. Remember, you couldn't get a spot, and then no CGC as a brand, I think has probably the worst customer service, the worst timelines of all the new companies. They're just, it's just weird. Like right now, more Medieval Madness. They're doing Twilight Zone too. So I don't even know.
Do
Like,
they?
yeah, like they have
We've
the
heard that
Twilight
for
Zone.
5 years now.
Rick has got some like, I mean, Rick's just going around like prostituting all these old titles to whoever will make them. And obviously CGC makes the best of all the remakes. The quality hasn't been as great as it used to be. But yeah, I just think Mark Ritchie Halo in 2026 is dead on arrival. There's too much else. Nobody wants it. If you did a survey, who wants Halo Pinball?
If it was back in 2001, I would have bought it instantly.
But if you think about what really makes a pinball fun, I just don't think Halo's a great game. It's also kind of exhausting even in the video game world now. So it's like you're coming out with something that's past its shelf life. Is the pinball version gonna elevate, the fandom around the theme? I don't know. There's some certain themes just do better as a pinball experience. And I just
You guys remember the music, the intro, with the ring, Halo ring? That was magical back then. If they do something like that, I mean,
Raw Thrills makes those Halo shooters that are at all the big arcades.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's
a great shooter.
They make money on location.
Work with these guys, we got this license. We got a lot of art and assets and everything. We could do pinball. Hey, Mark, throw a pinball machine together. We'll use these assets in our relationship with the license holder. We'll go ahead and put this product out. It's probably how it came to be.
Sure.
Doesn't mean it's going to be good or selling. It might come out like, Predator is a halfway decent game, but it's sitting there still unsold at only 300 made. So is this going to do something similar? Like, oh yeah, that's right. They did make a Halo game. I'll play it at Expo or something.
I talked to the Predator team. They will stop the production the 31st next month. Then it's over. And his prediction was they will sell out before that date. So there are really very few Predators left. Like very, very few. He was also surprised the code is not locked. He was surprised. Why hasn't nobody,
inserted Arnold?
Yeah. Inserted Arnold. Why not?
He doesn't want you to say that.
Yeah.
Because he's, yeah. Well,
I can't say that because I asked him. He said it's okay, but he said it's not locked like Fort Knox. He said we can send people to the moon. Why? I mean it's open to
someone will do it. There's just not a lot of owners and there's not a lot of energy, right? So when people put the Jurassic Park clips into the Stern machine, it's because there's thousands of people that own the game. Because right now only like 150 people around, like 200 maybe, bought a Predator.
You think if they had, because they did all the marketing was in-house where they were just teasing us like randomly for weeks with little clips. You think if they just turned that over to like a firm to just advertise this game, make it available, they could have like tripled their sales potentially. Instead of the 300, got like 900. If people like were like they were building like a kind of a hype train, because it seems like it was fizzled. We got excited initially, and then it just. And then
I told them to limit it to 300 before the launch.
And then they bungled stuff because they were having people show the game with assets that weren't actually in the game. Then we all got disappointed. Yeah. And then the game launches, and it's like, this is terrible.
I think that Don was like purposely bait and switch because they sent out those clips to dealers. They knew that would make it out. They knew that would make people want to order it. And then they removed it. Like it.
Oh, that's evil, man. Do you think it's like that? I don't think it's like that.
It came from them. Like they literally knew they did not have any permission to put Arnold anywhere near the code. They put him in.
They were hoping. I remember
hoping. It's very simple.
They were trying.
$15 million.
They're like, better to ask forgiveness. And they're like, let's just put this out there.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh my God.
They should have got Kevin Kulik in the game somehow. They should have had a Kevin Kulik, like, hanging, skinned alive. His name was Kevin Kulik. He was skinned alive.
Oh, man. That would have been fun.
He owes me money. I think Kevin Kulik put a curse on Predator as a pinball machine. I think he did that. Something's up, man.
I mean, his version has Arnold in it.
I played it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I gave him $5,000.
Did you lose it?
Yeah.
Oh man. What'd you see in that game? Remember how many times he tried to get the the light to work with the blood. It like they just kept adding more UV to the point where like it would give you cancer if you played one game.
But a lot of people were excited, man. I called him. I was like, he said, just give me $500 and then deposit. So I sent that. Called him 2 days later, and he was like, I haven't received the money, but if you want the first production game, and he sent me pictures of like 100 of skeleton heads or something. Yeah. If you want the first game, just transfer $5,000. We will ship the first game to you. Yes, 5,000. Send it to him. Yeah.
Remember those days?
You didn't see his mom's microwave in the background of all those photos of the.
No, man. They had set everything up. It was him, and it was another big guy that made the code. I don't remember his name. Yeah. They did a haggis on us, man.
Those before Don joined this hobby, where like you go on Pinside and there's just like all these people defending the project, like defending, and it's just like the dude like called the number on the back of the Predator VHS tape and thought he had the license without even exchanging any money. It just, looking back on it all now, at least now, I don't know. Do you think we're done with scams? I mean, people that
what we just had.
I know we just had haggis, but do you think we're finally going to be done with pinball companies taking money then going out of business before people get their item?
People, how did we start the show? No deposits. Unless it's a well-established company that will give you the game maximum 2 months.
So
everything else than that, don't give money. Don't pay. If somebody comes out, I have this game in 6 months, just block them.
Who are these dudes making Resident Evil in Sweden?
European
World Pinball, dude. Don't you know these guys? I mean, they're World Pinball. They showed up one day.
So
they're building.
Okay, so
they're from Switzerland. I don't know. I have nothing.
Yeah. Like they're okay. So that's like a lot of question marks there around them. And they hit me up. I think the game should be out like any month now. They said early 2026.
Well,
nice.
Cengiz, do you know anything about these guys? They're like closer to your time zone.
No, they are very close to me, but no, I don't. Nothing.
Not $1 till there's a game in a box and you've been able to play it. You just take it with
you. Show us the games. That's the same thing I want to say to American Pinball. Thank you for the interviews. Welcome to the wonderful world of pinball production. No more talk. Let's get some products out there. We're all excited. We cannot wait. Just get some products, right?
Galactic Tank Force owners are happy.
I think the ground is definitely not fertile for like a scam company to come back and try to like entrench its roots. I just don't think there's any ground for that. There's still like if you're scamming in pinball now, you're trying to sell $5,000 Indiana Jones on a Facebook marketplace and take a $500 non-refundable deposit to hold it and then run away with the money.
Yeah. All right.
Go on, Cengiz.
Please.
I was just gonna say, if you want to have some fun, just Google Andrew Highway's new product, Ice Splosion, his new home slushy making machine that he brought to CES. As of like a couple weeks ago, just listen to his interviews. It's the exact same. Like we're almost ready for production. We're gonna be $700, and it's I solved the problem. Like, why do you have to go out to get carbonated slushies? And they even ask him about like he still boasts about his pinball manufacturing days as if it was a success. Like it's crazy. The delusion.
Did he go to jail?
No, nobody went to jail. Robert Mueller didn't even go to jail. The dude took $61 million from like old ladies. And
what the heck? Did the other guy at Haggis, not the owner, but the next guy with the feeds on the camera,
Marty?
Did he go to jail?
Oh, Marty's shoes went to jail. They sent his. That was the funniest. I do miss though companies trying to convince us everything is all right.
Yeah.
When I was doing like the free pizza, if you showed us the factory tour.
Yeah.
Because it was always funny, like the empty factories that these guys were doing. It's like nobody's working there. There literally was like nobody working at Haggis almost every day because they had no money to pay employees. And
I remember when you did that, you showed something from
Dutch did it.
It was Dutch,
did it.
Dutch with Barry, it was such a cool video. Yeah, I loved it.
You know who hasn't done it? I want to see Multimorphic do it. Come on, Jerry. How many you got? How many we talking inside that place?
Have you seen any of the multimorphic game? What's that newest?
Portal?
Portal?
Yeah, have you seen Portal on locations? Is it out? What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
He always sends newsletters out. I never know what's going on in those
getting
newsletters.
them. I traveled the country playing Portal. I went to 3 different shows in 3 different parts of the country and played it. It became like my most played show game of the year.
Okay.
Man,
It's expensive.
so expensive. Like the whole point, the selling point for the system was like, cheaper games and less space. You can have more things to do. And then they come out with, and we're different from other pinball. And then their most successful game is the one that's most closest to regular pinball that people have been asking for.
Yeah.
They come out with the extended version of Portal, and it costs the same as a Stern Pro for just the module. And then you have to have the $10,000 cabinet to put it into. And then these things take up a lot of space with all these modules laying around, and they cost the same as regular pinball, and they're still not as fun. What are we doing?
Yeah. He would have been so successful at the very beginning if he just made normal pinball, because they have some of the best engineers, but they have to like reverse engineer everything to work with the silliness of the screen as the play. Like, it's ridiculous.
How much did it cost when they came out years back? They were cheap.
No, it was always like 10 G's.
No, I think it was under 10K.
With the module? With like Lexi Lightspeed, if you're buying that thing.
Remember that? Dennis Nordman's classic, Lexi Lightspeed.
When they asked $3,000 for Drained, which was 27 stand-up targets and a gobble hole, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Wow. All right. Next subject. So, I've been in this for many, many years. So long time that I've seen people that sold tires that said, I sell pinball machines also with zero support, zero servers. Just give me the money and get your pinball machine and 4 new tires. So I'm from that generation. I hated all those stinky ass distros. And right now, I just want people that has got pinball in their heart to be distros, because that kind of dealership will have more people buying pinballs and buy second time, third time. So I have always said, Donnie, you need to be a distro. And I've always said, Chris, you need to be a distro. Now, my dream with Donnie is okay. And my dream with Chris, I'm talking with him every day, you need to be a distro. How is it going, man? Are you listening to me?
I thought you had photos of the warehouse, the
We do.
Put them up.
Do you want to see them?
Yeah, what is it? Sorta? Is that the name of it? There's 2 of them in Chicago that have the.
You mean that drop ship thing?
Yeah, I go to the one of them. I don't know about the other one. Let's see. Which one do I go to?
The thing is when you do any content, there's just a fine line. There's a balance. I mean, I love the creativity of being able to make content. I never will be a shill. And that's the job of a dealer, is just to sell you whatever he's got to sell you. I want to figure out though, like how to
look at Donnie. Can you see it here? Look at the background.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
What I want to try to figure out though too is a way to actually list some of these games and allow like more like bring a trailer, like an auction like thing, so you can actually, without having to apologize, put a few games up and let people see what the market value is, but give people a chance at it. Versus, because even like right now, there's no auctions happening anywhere in pinball. So you have a Beetlejuice. The only auction happening, right, is like Project Pinball is making 20 grand a pop on each one, and there's nowhere to just put it up and let people like have a shot at it. I even floated that, and people got mad at me to do that with the 5 games I've got. I don't know why. Why not?
Why?
That's the most fair shot of getting one.
All right. So when the PS5 was super hot, and the only way to get one was to like be there when the truck dropped off and wait out for hours. Then you could grab 2 of them and then go put them on StockX or something for $700. Like, people were like, oh, it's not fair that you're scalping that. It's like, well, that person made $200 because they went and stood out in the cold, in line
all night.
Put in the effort of going to like 3 or 4 locations to find this thing. Like, for me, it may have been worth paying someone that $200 just to go be my boutique shopper for me, so I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah,
maybe that exists for pinball too. Like, can I just pay someone a little extra money and they'll do the groundwork for me, and I don't have to worry about it? I get to unbox the brand new thing when it first comes out. Done.
I support that. Done.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Chris has got 5 Beetlejuices, right?
Yeah, but I get it from every angle. So like, okay, so let's say I want to auction off those 5 games. I'm gonna hear from people saying that it's unfair that Bug and Luke even gave me 5 games to have, right? To give to my club members. Like, because they're gonna say they gave them to you because you do your you give people a chance to get one at MSRP. There's just like if you make a lot of pinball content, and we do, right? This notion that you shouldn't get any treatment that's special or any I don't buy that. Like, we make a lot of content, we help keep these companies in the conversation every week. We do a good service and we make this hobby very enjoyable. 5 games is not a lot. No one's complaining that a dealer got 100 and is making $100,000 for doing no work whatsoever. $100,000 in one day doing no work. What work are they doing? What work are they doing? Are those games going to go from spooky to Zach then to customers? No.
That's
go
why
right
I'm
to
telling
customers.
you live in.
I don't care. Like, I'm glad Zach made the content. He helped them get the games were sold out before they even were announced, right? So that's the thing. I know. Like, look, it's a tough one. And I know, like, in the end, I just never want anyone to feel like Bug and Luke and the company themselves like did anything that was greedy, right? That is what has built Spooky's goodwill, is they've never made a greedy move. And so yeah, I'm going to give them away at MSRP. I'm not going to scalp these games, but I do think there is an opportunity to sort of figure out a platform, if you will, to sell games. Not
I have the
eBay.
solution. I have the solution.
What's your solution?
I have the solution. It's only 5 games. We started the show. I said I want Team Spooky to make more money because these games cost more money on the secondary market. You have 5 games. You have your 700-800 full supporters on Patreon. Put it in there for your Patreon people on auction, but tell everybody, don't laugh, tell everybody half of the earning goes to Team Spooky. That's it.
That won't work with these people.
It will.
There is pure anger that they will still look at it like, I should have been able to buy this game from Spooky for $10,000. Kaneda shouldn't even have one. That
guy could listen to Don. Don said for 6 months, this game is cool. Put in the deposit, get the game. No. He said it on every show. No. So they had the chance. You have 5 games. Your supporters, they love you. They will get a special treatment like this in this way, and half of the earnings goes to Spooky. Okay. They will say, wow, that's cool. They're getting 25,000 more. I mean,
last year, I've lost some money on some deposits. I lost money on Ultraman, Toy Story 4.
Don has your Ultraman. Cool.
So I legitimately got on the list for a Metallica remastered LE.
Okay.
And I bought it. It's now my game, right?
Okay.
And I just wanted to sell it for the market value because I saw people were throwing stupid money at it. It was
nice.
The amount of vitriol I got. I'm gonna cancel. You're like, it's ridiculous. It's like you're not allowed. And yet these guys are making dealers like millionaires, and it's strange. If they knew the amount of work, and I'm staring down the barrel of like my wife might lose her job at any hour now because the company might go bad. And I'm like, this is like the amount of work, and I'm not like complaining, but I'm just saying when you've studied this hobby and put over 10,000 hours into it, the ability to try to find ways to monetize shouldn't be looked at with such indictment. And these people get so mad, like, again, because there's just a level of entitlement, and it's fine. I kind of love that part of the hobby. Everyone feels like they're entitled to the games. They want to crack at it. The FOMO is fun. If we lose the FOMO, this hobby loses a lot of its excitement, right?
So Don will get one of the earliest Beetlejuices for, let's just say MSRP. Don wants to sell it for 15,000, and that's not cool, or what?
No, they'll come at him. They will absolutely come at him. Now, look, the reason people come at me, I'm going to be honest, is because they're like, dude, you don't even want the game. You don't even want the game. You're just buying it to flip it, right? And I'm not saying that that's not the case with some of the titles. Like, for example, Pokemon LE, I'm on the list for one. I am not going to take that game. I am fully speculating on it. But I'm on the list in the same way everyone else can get on the list. It's just like an IPO of like and the people that say like pinball's not an investment, it is and it isn't. It is if you make it one, right? It like this is what people don't. It is if you make it one. It's a commodity that you can trade. So yeah, like certain people think it should only be, it's a toy to have fun with, but it can be an investment, and we've seen that, and we've seen people make money on those investments. We've seen people lose a lot of money. It's fine. Yeah. You need that. You need a market. So yeah, am I going to kick down the door of a dude selling a Pirates of the Caribbean CE for $40,000 and say you should not be allowed to sell this for more than $12,500, which is what he bought it for? No. I mean, game's going to sit. No one's paying $40 for that game anymore, but whatever.
Yeah.
So no, I'm all about like the good vibes. So I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want to throw any shade on these games. Will go for MSRP. If you're listening to this, these are not going to be scalped. Chengiz's ideas of game. Bug and Luke are making, good living. They don't need the extra. It's not worth the headache for the, an extra $2,000 here or there. It's not worth it.
If people were putting money into your GoFundMe when you lost money on a game, then maybe they have room to complain.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's one person who has no sympathy coming his way, it's and I don't deserve it. Like I enjoy doing this, right? And we all do it. We've all done the content for no money. We did it because we love it, and it is what it is. There's just some money to be made though. Like, and that's not
I just want Spooky to have a bigger piece of that cake.
Well, that's direct. That's a good job. That's Jersey Jack sells a lot direct. This is something that people don't talk a lot about, but they sell a lot direct. So, I mean, it can't be lost on Bug and Luke that if we sell direct.
Okay, I'm guys. When this exists, right? You can see. You look at the background. It's
God.
Can you text those to me?
Don, what are these? They don't look like pinball. What are all those?
So I mean, this place has everything. A lot of coin redemption, a lot of like casino machines, slot machines, and things show up there, and so it's different every time I go in.
Okay, Don, I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
So there is drop ship things in the US.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a part of Spooky, so be careful how you answer. When you sell through a distro, the distro gets a cut for basically not doing that much because you do the building, you do the design, you do everything, right? Why do you want to sell through a distro? Why not just, you had your open house night, you could sell 200 games that night, right? At the launch. You could sell 500 games from your web shop.
You could have sold them all direct. If Spooky said they're only available through us.
So why use a distro in you? I understand out of US. I understand that. But in America,
it's hot and selling itself, like it probably doesn't make it the most sense. But when times are lean and you need someone out there cheerleading to get these things moving, and they were the only people that were buying them, then that's when they were helping out. When you don't offer customer service and you offload that to the distributor, I think that's where the value comes in for the manufacturer. But yeah, world's changing and titles are changing and types are changing, and like Spooky and these other boutique companies are positioned to look at the same 1,000 people or 1,500 people out there and just keep serving up 1,000 games. Maybe they don't need all those extra sales.
Well, and you do the math, right? So I hear like a dealer makes $1,000 on a Beetlejuice. Let's just use that as an example. That's $1 million. You hand it, right? So that $1 million, that's a lot of money if all you need to do is hire a few customer service people and, figure out a network of, it's easy to find a network of local like people to send if you need to send physical person to go help with the repair. $1 million. And you add that up over 4 or 5 games, $4 or $5 million. And that's just on a small margin of $1,000. Stern is handing $2,500 per LE to a dealer.
I'm just telling you, the last Stern I bought, the display had a dot on it. And I wrote to the distro back then, and he just forwarded the mail to Stern. And Stern just sent me to Denmark an express shipping new display. So when I got Stern's contact, I just removed everything with the distro and I had some dead switches. He sent me some new switches. And
yeah.
So Yeah, I mean, in US, one thing that's very cool with distros is when a game comes out, they market on Facebook like crazy. When the new game comes out, my Facebook is like, oh my God, the same game is all over. That's cool. Free marketing. I understand that.
Yeah.
But giving, as you say, I don't want to say anything. Kaneda says $2,500. And if you get 100 LEs, that's a lot of money day one for doing what?
Yeah, but you're not getting those 100 LEs without buying like 600 pros that are going to sit.
Yeah. I think the dealer distro model, it works for Stern needs it because there are just thousands of games, thousands of but boutique, the future is direct sales. Everybody knows it. I mean, it's just staring them.
I'm going to tell you something. I have heard from different pinball manufacturers that buying games to stock as inventory, it's not happening by distros anymore. Yeah. It's not happening anymore.
They push back on Stern's strong.
Not only Stern, I have talked with other manufacturers. They're not buying and having games on stock. We're not doing it. It's crazy.
Well, think about what always is crazy about Stern's model is you're a dealer. You sent them a check. You now own this inventory and you can't go sell it for the market value. And I mean, like, what happens when John Wick LEs, and you're not going to move them at 13. The market's collapsed a little bit. I can't list this game, which I own, for 11.5, or you'll stop selling me product.
But Stern allowed that last with, was it Turtles? Don, you told me.
But
was
again,
it Turtles and one other?
You need permission to do what you want with the inventory you bought of theirs. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they did that like with Rush when it was unsold. They allowed them to advertise for the mean whatever price, but no one was buying them back then anyway. That was like already passed. But yeah, they're like held by the throat. Now they can't publicly advertise, but those games are sold.
Of course, they're all backdoor deals. Yeah. You go to automate it with
Why don't you just become a distro? You have warehouses you can ship up kit from, give people great service, buy Pokemon from Kaneda. It's a Kaneda edition. You have Kaneda sticker on there.
My plan is to just partner up with some of the big ones you know about and just help get more sales their way. That's it. Like I look at it like I can send some of my followers here and here. And like, we'll work out a little deal. But what I won't do is shill. Like, this is what I don't want to do. I don't want to become like, hey guys, only 58 labyrinths left. Like, come get and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. To me, that's not, I've spent over a decade of my life, a quarter of my life.
But when you shill, you do a great job, man. You shilled the Ellison games. Wow, look at this beautiful pin. Like 80% of the games you sold them, Chris.
I'm sorry. You're
so good at it.
I don't feel good, man. I didn't get any cut. Right. And that's the thing. If I got a cut of those Alice's, then I would feel much worse. So I don't really feel that bad. It is a beautiful pin. I didn't get to see it or play it before anybody else. And then once I did, I've been very honest about Alice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it. I've been honest. It's not a great pin. I get what Melvin was doing, but it was a design study creation. He did it. He proved he can make a game in a year. But next to any modern game, you'll be bored of it in an hour. And we're good friends. He knows what he creates. It's a work of art. You got to buy it for that reason. Do not buy it because you think you're going to have
did you order one, Ellis, back then?
I had like the last one, but I'm not gonna go forward with my order.
How about you, Don? Did you order one?
Oh no. Now I was intrigued due to all the hype initially.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of wait and see, and then I played it and I was like, it's everything Stumbler and Lior did to that game is amazing. And the fact that Melvin brought a product to market is amazing. That's what I like about the game. Like playing the game in the callouts, that doesn't do much for me. But I like what the talented people did with it. I don't know. I wonder where Alice's areola went on the side cabinet art because the back box is missing. But other than that, I think it's fine.
You know what Melvin doesn't have? He doesn't have a big software team, and this is always going to be the issue. This is going to be the same issue with Raza. Is it's still Steve Bowden's code. Like nobody's coming in and like
Mm.
continuing the improvement of the software. Software improvement, we see it in every launch. It's so important. And
Mhm.
when you think about like Spooky's recent success, and obviously the art, Franchi's crushing it, the themes are awesome. But I think the software is really where all of it comes together. And it's so fun and campy. And the way, Ben and the team over there think about coding. Again, I always say code is an extension of people's personalities.
Mhm.
Look at Keith Johnson, man. Like he's a pretty dry guy who shows up with like a huge flow chart of how the code, and you're like, oh no, 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 no. This is not gonna. Why do we need 37 patches and 58,000 notes in Avid? Like no one wants to go down these journeys. And you think of like the way Spooky's looking at it, and you can see like they understand how to make those moments
Mm.
and
Did
create
he
a
code?
connection.
Sorry, did he code for Harry Potter?
No, Potter was Joe Katz, which is
Because I have to say that game, how many modes does it have? Like,
89,000. Like it has like I think there's like 100 or something, or 90 something, 96 or something.
but to be honest, the more I play it, I experience new modes that I haven't seen before. So it expands the enjoyability with 93 modes. I like it. I
Yeah.
mean, on Potter, it was yeah.
Jersey
I have to
Jack,
be
like
honest. I
they make
like it.
yeah, they make like well, once you understand it, it's like more like a role-playing game. Once you understand how all of it comes
Mm,
together, the enjoyment level is much greater. There's just sometimes just too much. I mean, that's my only knock on Potter still is like there's just so much going on at once that, when you look up at that screen and there's like 6 things happening, all all going on at once, I think I don't know, it removes some of the enjoyment of being able to focus and understand like what's actually happening. But over time, I guess, people learn it all.
okay, so 2026, you're gonna be a distro. You're gonna sell a lot of spooky games.
Kaneda's
You're gonna have some special deals with Back to the Future Kaneda edition, right?
I hope
Yeah.
Barry gets it done. I really do. I'm
Give
rooting for him.
people great service and just expand the love of pinball.
Here's the opportunity. So if you've been in this hobby for a long time, you're a bit of a whale, you've got great relationships you've made with your distributors. They always will get you the bleeding edge game. But what if you're coming in now and you're like, I've got the money, but like I don't have years to make these relationships. Can I
Yeah.
hire somebody and
Mm-hmm.
be like, here's your
Pinball
fee?
concierge.
Yeah, just get in there and I want to game first week. I want to invite my friends over, have cigars and
Yeah.
show it off. Like I think that
Oh,
doesn't upset the apple cart as far as like, rank and file pinball enthusiasts can still go to their distros and everything. But someone new can come in and say, I don't want to, be on my keyboard or be on my phone calling Spooky, nonstop. Can I just pay a fee and
Yeah.
have it done?
Yeah. That's a
how
good
many people
idea.
lives in New York?
Well, you think about that model, Don, too. It's interesting because, like, you could definitely get like 10 whales to pay like $1,000 a month to just
Mhm.
How many
to
people
sleep
live?
knowing that they can get anything without having to like. And again, I know people in this hobby that make like 30,000 a day, after taxes. Like these
Right.
guys, like there are some really big whales that collect that you don't know about. They're not on Pinside. They're not getting drunk and arguing with like people on there. They're literally just like
But
I, you know.
that's part of what I'm saying. Chris, you live in a city with millions of people. You live in a city with people that has got a lot of money. If a guy like you that loves pinball have a little location where you can show the new Harry Potter, show the new Beetlejuice, and put a bit more on the MSRP. I don't care if you make more money,
Yeah,
but you
we're
can
looking at spaces.
expand. You can expand pinball
It
like that. They
it's tough
never see
here.
pinball
Rent,
anywhere, those guys.
yeah, rent is tough. Like, but
Okay.
again, I've got
Yeah.
friends who I've met recently. They have like breweries. They have
Yeah.
spots. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need to necessarily because I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make is they fall in love with their hobby and then they open up like an arcade with no bar and they expect people to like come in and play pinball and make that their livelihood. It's hard. Like
Mhm.
the booze is where the money is, where the margins are. So you just gotta figure out like what makes sense. I mean, I have 2 little kids, so I'm not
Mhm.
in a stage of risking it all for. But what I've realized is you don't have to. You don't have to.
Have a little showroom. You
Yeah,
have great connection with a lot of people in the
I'm not
hobby.
worried. I'm not
Yeah,
worried.
yeah,
I'm not
it
worried.
could be so good, man.
You'll see something from me this year. We'll see
Yeah,
what form it
because
takes.
I pushed Don. Look at where he is now. He's doing great. He's building games.
Yeah. So Don, are you designing? What's it like for
It's a
you there?
collaborative process there. It's not like, Bug has this title, Luke has this title, someone has everybody. It's like, who's got the best ideas? Let's come together. Hey, we're drilling, we're putting wire forms on whitewoods today. Come on in, and then it's just a collaborative.
Yeah.
Like, let's throw everything here. I have this idea. I have an idea to how to make that work better, and that's kind of where the input's coming from.
Sounds fun,
dude.
It sounds.
Imagine like you like
Yeah.
pinball. Let's walk into this room. Here's our next 5 games. How do we make them all the best we can? Like,
Yeah. Is it hard for you to like keep it all secret?
that's all I want to do is talk about it, right? But like I don't want to betray my friendships I made. So I think that's what keeps me from doing it.
Yeah.
But the hardest thing is just not putting out little hints, like hyping up what's coming, because it is so far away. There's an industry where like
Yeah.
one game releases a year, but 5 are in active development. And it's like, we got to wait 3 more years for this. This thing would kill right now.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
knowing what is the next spooky gonna have just as much of a frenzy as Beetle?
100%.
I love it. I love just getting that confirmation, because literally now there's like thousands of guys right now are gonna hear this and start going crazy trying to get on lists and beat down doors.
Yeah, I don't want
That's happening.
I don't want to start the hype too early, but like even now we've all played it and seen it, but we still stop and look at it when we walk by. When it's just over there in the corner, it's like this just looks so cool.
It's gonna be. You know what they could do? I mean, they really could sell like you could buy the next 3 and just
the
put
season pass.
Yeah, remember that? God, they should just take all of Damian Harden's ideas and apply them to Spooky.
I mean, I would feel like if you could just like lock in right now your deposits for the next ones, and then you're guaranteed like first 50. You're in that club. I would do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Luke about this, because and I think again, get like midway through the year, get like a half the Beetlejuice run, and then just start to think about how you want to create like a VIP sort of access to the next juggernaut. It's just so fun knowing it's coming. It's like,
if you were gonna plot out, you made a little chart and you put Scooby-Doo, TCM Looney Tunes, Evil Dead, now Beetlejuice, and then you drew that trend line and then try to project where it's going. Like, yeah, that's accurate.
Oh man.
You know what the worst part is? If I asked Donnie, he would share everything with me. And to be honest, I haven't asked him. I could also call the guys, but
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. See, I never like.
I don't know anything.
It's just like when you have something you're not supposed to tell. I saw someone on was like, Kaneda leaks everything. I haven't leaked a Stern thing, and like I think the last thing I had that was like a tangible thing to leak was maybe like the Deadpool playfield. Remember when people had that image floating around? There hasn't been like like an actual physical thing to leak in forever.
I think like a week before Wick launched, I think I had a blurry potato picture, and like that's the last like main thing I've seen.
Yeah, we kind of know all of like Stern's secrets. They're just so big, and you know what it is, because so many people over there are so unhappy. Like that's why everything leaks. They don't even care.
You know who else leaks is the licensors. Because like a company will go to a licensor and say, "Hey, we're thinking of doing this project." And they'd be like, "Oh, you mean like Stern's doing?" And then like, "Wait, what? I don't think you're supposed to tell me that." And they're like, "They don't know."
Yeah, they don't care. It's so small on like their licensing deal radar. Like it's going to be an amazing year. And what I love now is that every year moving forward, the year will be bookended by these like spooky launches. So you've got end of year, and then like 12 months later, it happens all over again. And then we've got JJP's firing off now. It's really Stern is going to be the interesting one to see if they can reclaim.
But Stern knows all of this. I think they will come out with the banger, man. They want to come in again.
Pokemon was supposed to be the Potter Swatter, man. That's what I was waiting for. Like Stern to slap back, and it seems like they're coming back limp-wristed. And like,
I've heard from people that have seen it, and I've heard not so great things.
I want it to be great. I want great games.
But I also, again, I think there's just people have a real strong opinions about Stern. So I don't know. Who knows? Like but it's just for me, it's like George Gomez is how old?
70?
73, designing Pokemon. I don't know. I kind of feel like he's not into it.
I think Jack Danger nails this theme, don't you think?
I heard Elwin's a Pokemon fan. This is what kills me about Stern. You've got the biggest IP in the history of pinball. You've got the best designer maybe in pinball history. We can't put these two things together. We got to like silo build, not collaborate. Like to your point, John, Don, they should be collaborating. Not like everything seems like a homework assignment. You get this, and it's all political. Like it's all political. The reason why John Borg got 3 games, like it's all, we took Indiana Jones away from you, John, so we're gonna do this. Like it's all political.
It was like that back in the 90s with Bella Williams.
And it's bad. And it's a bad environment. It's a toxic culture, and they've created.
Look what Don just said. They just all the heads, all the ideas into the game.
Like when you're starting like Blue Sky, the game we're working on now, there was an area of the game that had a mechanism in it that we thought was cool, and then it was replaced with a better one, and then we're on like the 3rd iteration now, which is completely different from where we started. But what we started and the collaborative process and put it together, it really elevated it into something that's not only fun and impressive, but something that's also going to be able to easy to manufacture. It's not going to have any problems, and when it does, it's going to be easy to take apart and fix. Like the iterations that are going on are just that's fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's fun to participate in.
And I think that's great. Like what was that? What game was that, Don?
Yeah.
What area was that? Talking about I just have this vision of Barry going in every day and just staring at this flux capacitor, not knowing what else to do with the game. Like that's just my vision over at Dutch.
Horizontal spinner, the flux capacitor, spinning like a wheel on Jaws.
They're like, Barry, where's the clock tower?
Yeah.
So, Don, you cannot confirm anything. So we have heard from Kaneda talking about Gremlins. Don, don't say anything. Don't blink. And Kaneda also said the Goonies. Right?
I mean, everyone's saying that. This isn't like I didn't just materialize. And Franchi's been hiding some Easter eggs on the boxes. So I don't know. They're all.
How hard is it to be Don right now? He's like,
they're all great themes.
I can't wait till the truth comes out, and these are all the multimorphic themes coming.
Jerry's next module is like $18,000. Like we did it. $18,000 for the module.
It comes with an add-on cabinet.
I feel so bad for the guys who went all in on multimorphic, because when they go to sell, like they have like 8 kits, and they're like $35,000 in on it, and they're like they can barely get like 15 for all of it.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a show where there's a podcast show or a YouTube show where they said that Multimorphic was the best and Evil Dead was trash. Who the hell was it that said that? Do you remember?
I believe you're referring to Buffalo Pinball. Or do we even talk pinball? Or do you even
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
The official Multimorphic podcast.
I love it when they do their marketing. They're like, we have 47 titles. Wait, what?
And 6 of them are Birdwatcher in different forms.
It's ridiculous. Rocks. Remember that Rocks game?
Dungeon Door.
All right, guys.
Play. I don't know. Whatever.
Listen. We hit the 1 hour mark, and we are over the 1 hour mark. I don't want to be the a-hole right now, but
all right, let's end it.
Yeah, right.
I wish we had we can't call this. This isn't a triple drain. We can't call it the round table. So I don't know what we call this, but perfect.
We called it Kaneda Not on Fire, right? Kaneda, where is the fire? Donnie, we should provoke Kaneda, man. Get him on fire.
Give me a Sunday morning at like 7. We decided to do this. So
fire. Are you doing the Beavis and Butthead? Come on.
I think it would work, man. There's so many things that would work. It's just you got to make the investment in like the coding and everything, and it would be nice if you're looking at 3 licenses and one of them's a quick day 1,000 seller, the other one's a slower burn, but you're really passionate about it. Like, what do you do as a company? What do you make the best choice for the company? So it's like
option A, Don. All day long.
We just spin up a sub boutique of like our idea. We're gonna sell like crap, but at least we're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Give me Beavis and Butthead. For the last 10 games, I would choose Beavis and Butthead any day, man. I don't. It's a great theme.
Yeah.
All right, well, perfect. Well, thank you so much to our guest here, Mr. Kaneda.
Yeah.
Check him out on Patreon, patreon.com/Kanedas Pinball Podcast. Kaneda Pinball on YouTube, or I think it's what it's called. Saturday Morning Spectaculars. Go and watch him there for free on YouTube. And I don't know, I think he probably has an email address too. Send him money, he'll give you a game probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Kaneda edition games, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's gonna be a fun year for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, guys.